Okay, so this is like my first time recording a video like this where I'm just like talking to a camera in an empty room, but really I'm talking to like the entire world. So this might be a little awkward for me, it might be a little weird for you too. I don't know, like how do I keep you guys entertained? Because we're gonna talk a lot. Do you guys need me to do I need to like point at the camera to keep you guys like awake? I don't know. Stay with me. It's gonna be like a 10-minute video. You down? 10, 15 minute, maybe 20. Just stay with me, okay? I don't know how many times I've tried to do this video, and I screw it up every time. So I'm gonna drink a mate and chill out for a sec. Go over my notes. Before I get this started, let me just make this clear. I don't consider myself a successful vlogger. I vlog for fun. I love to vlog for my family. When we go on road trips, when we go do something, I'll take the camera along and I vlog it, and people seem to like my vlogs. I don't know why. It's my life. I'm just filming it for my kids so that years down the road my kids can watch and be like, hey, it's really cool that Dad recorded all this stuff. You know what I mean? That's why I do it. It's for my family, for the memories. We can go back and watch these over and over again. And I put them on YouTube, and people started watching them, and people started subscribing to my channel, and I'm like, why do you care? Talk to you about what do you need to be a vlogger, right? The first thing I want to say is camera equipment is super expensive, and I'm sure you already know that, but just keep this in mind. It's expensive because once you have it, you can make a lot of money with it. Right? Once you have a good camera, you can make a lot of money with that camera if you use it right, if you market yourself. There's a great potential for you to earn all that money back, right? Talking about cameras, you don't need a big expensive camera to vlog. You know, my interest was first sparked with Vine. I loved Vine. I loved the 6-second platform. It made people really think, like, how do I get my point across and make somebody laugh in 6 seconds? I mean, unheard of, right? But it worked, and it made people be creative just because the way it was set up. And then they started changing things, and they gave you more than 6 seconds. They let you upload other outside videos, and then Vine, we all know what happened. Well, I started with Snapchat. That got me really going. I even started vlogging with Snapchat. Like, I would do my stories and then I would just upload it to YouTube. I fell in love with Snapchat, and that's when I really fell in love with filmmaking. I could bring people into a world that I created just right here, and I don't know how to. I made people see what I wanted them to see, made them believe what I wanted them to believe. Not that I was trying to fake it or I was lying to people, but I made these stories to entertain, you know? And you gotta realize that when you're recording, people don't see what's behind you, they see what you're filming, and so you've gotta create the story. I don't know if I'm really explaining myself. Anyways, let's move on. Even though some people might argue that, you know, your phone, that's not filmmaking, Snapchat, that's not filmmaking, but I really treated it as filmmaking. People would comment all the time on my Snapchats. He's like, I really like that angle. That's an interesting angle you got there for that snap. Interesting way of filming that. And I just played with it. I did things differently, and it caught people's attention. And so that's why people started really liking my stories, and I started to get a big audience on Snapchat. You have to take what you have and push it to the limits. I didn't have a big expensive camera. I still don't. We'll talk about that in a minute. But push what you have to the absolute limit. Do what you can with it. There's motion picture films being filmed on iPhones. Okay, so don't tell me you can't create, because you can. And then you get a camera. Just imagine your capabilities, because you have the discipline you need to create awesome videos with something as little as a phone. Don't wait. Like, you need to create. If you want to be a creator, well, you need to start creating with whatever you have. Don't wait to have that camera to start creating. Don't use that as an excuse. Get to work. If you post daily content, you will get people following you, and you'll get people that like your work, and your work's going to improve every time. Okay, so don't wait, start creating. Don't wait, just create. That's dumb. Don't say that. So the camera I bought something that was lightweight, something that was on the cheaper end, but yet was gonna work for me. I'm filming with it right now, so I can't show you, and this is not gonna be a review on this camera. If you want a review on this camera, go watch another video, because there's enough of them. I'm not making one of those. But it's the Canon M6. It's perfect for, it's a small little thing. It's not one of these honkin' Peter McKinnon cameras, okay? But it gets the job done. I've shot professional commercials on it. The camera that gets the job done. It gets great footage, you guys. Just look at this B-roll I shot for one of our vlogs. Real quick, when we went to Seattle. It's like 30 seconds.
And boy, I wanna watch it, watch it burn. I'm not quite sure I think I'll get a turn. I got memories, they ain't a court, no. I got dreaming of Hollywood, believe me.
Anyways, I mean, I don't know what you think about it, but I think that's awesome. Push it to the limit. Push what you have to the limit. It makes you better. I don't have a stabilizer. I don't have one of those fancy gimbals that you see people walking around with. That's my next purchase, because I really do want one of those. But something that's made me a better filmmaker is not having one, if that makes any sense at all. What I mean by that is I've had to learn how to use my camera and how to get stable footage without one. Because I've used my camera without one and I know how to get stable footage, no, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. Imagine if I go to a job and I forgot to charge it, right? Or you forget something, right? Trust me, it'll happen, okay? I've gone to jobs without an SD card, okay? It happens. So you get it all. You've got all the equipment you need to make an awesome video. Is that gonna make you an awesome videographer? Absolutely not. Like, you don't have the discipline behind you. So that's why you need to just start. Just don't wait. Just start, create. I gotta stop saying that. Don't wait, just create. Anyways, that's so dumb. Anyways, don't quote me on that, please. But if you haven't disciplined yourself to use your camera without one, you're not gonna get good footage. Like, it takes practice, guys. So practice, create, put it out there, let people see it, let people comment, let people critique it. Tomorrow you post a new one, and the next day you post a new one. That's what you do. And another thing about stabilizers, you guys, not all footage needs to be stable. Handheld footage, sometimes it gives you that organic look or that organic feel. Like, you don't have to have stabilized footage. Maybe if you're shooting a wedding, special occasions, stuff like that. People are just kind of getting into this thing where, like, all footage has to be stable now. Videography right now is getting so popular. There's a lot of guys popping up that do it, and you can't get discouraged because everyone's doing it. You just got to do your thing. And the one thing that keeps me going is knowing that all the footage I shoot and all the footage that you shoot is yours forever. I don't care what you're shooting. I don't care if you shoot a 30-second scene of your toilet. Nobody in the world is going to have that footage. It's yours, right? You can keep your toilet footage. You can shoot anything. And nobody can ever have that footage. No, even if you're shooting something that a million people have shot before, right? You're trying to do the same scene, and you're like, I've seen this a million times before. No one has that footage of the exact lighting, the exact angle you shot, the exact time of day. That all these factors come into play that makes it yours. And that's why it's important to shoot footage of a lot of stuff. Like sometimes I'm working on a project, I'm like, man, I could really use a shot of like just cars driving by on the street, and I don't have any of it. If you don't sell your stock footage, you have to have a library of your own to use for when you're doing projects. Just keep stock footage. Just shoot footage of just stupid stuff sometimes. It might seem stupid at the moment, but it could be useful. I don't need this right now, but maybe I will one day. And I do that all the time. If you guys want to stand out in social media, the best thing for you to do, you've got to be patient, post consistently, and be yourself. That's it. And I am saying that with a little bit of caution because I am not currently doing that. I've got like 3 vlogs on my computer that I haven't done yet. I haven't been posting every day, stuff like that. So no, I am not doing this right now. But I'm telling you, it works. I did it for a period of time. My Instagram grew big time. I'm surprised at how many people want to follow me and are interested in my life. And it's like Gary Vee says, if you like Alf, post about Alf, right? People will follow anything. If I had my way, though, we'd have Alf stuff everywhere. You guys, do you know the crap videos my kids watch on YouTube every day? I mean, look at this.
Mum, it's fine. I'm fine. It's okay. There's so much junk in here, Jen. I bet there's a disease going on. You're gonna get ill.
Do you guys see how many
Is that the
views
smoothie I
this
made you
thing
last
has?
week? That's revolting.
No, it's not. I got it yesterday.
Well, do you want me to get a bin bag and put this all
You
in
guys,
the
come on.
trash?
No, don't
You
throw
can do better
anything
than
away.
this.
This is my stuff.
Okay.
Jen, why can't
I know
you just
anybody
be a bit
watching
more like
this
your
can
sister?
do better than
Her room
this.
is always clean.
People ask me all the time, like, my life is not interesting enough, like, for people to follow me. Like, I don't know what to post. And I'm like, my life isn't interesting enough in my eyes. I just post it and people follow it. Like, people will follow whatever, you know? So, I don't get it, but I welcome them. If you want to be a part of my life, welcome. My crazy life with my 6 kids, let's do this, you know? And there's a certain person that I've noticed that is doing all the right things in social media, and he's really impressed me. And his name is Steve Hubbard. Let me tell you a little bit about Steve. I don't know Steve personally. I think the first place I saw him was on Instagram. He takes amazing photographs, and and this is what you need to do on social media if you want to get noticed, is find all those people that you really admire, that you aspire to not be, but be like, or maybe they inspire you to be better. But don't try to be anybody else. Like I said, be you. And make sure you're liking their photos. Make sure you're commenting on their posts. And you've got to engage with them. They might not respond to you. That's okay. Basically, you need to don't be annoying. Don't like spam like the people you admire. Don't spam them. But like a comment on every single post, they're gonna start to notice you. And especially if you do it cross-platform. If you're following on Twitter, if you're following on Instagram, if you're on YouTube and you're commenting and you're commenting and you're commenting and you're liking, you're gonna get noticed. Right? So that's what happened with Steve. Is I just noticed him. I noticed him. He always likes my posts. He always comments on my posts, and it's always a good uplifting comment. And not only that, when I go to other people that I follow that I admire, I notice that he's also commenting on their posts. He's liking their posts, and he's always positive, and he's everywhere. Like, I just see Steve everywhere, right? And that's why what I mean by he's doing everything right. He's posting consistently. He's posting good content, and he's posting himself. Like, he's being him, right? And he's all over the place. Shout out to Steve Hubbard. You guys need to follow him. I'll put a link down below to his Instagram. And I know he just recently started vlogging on YouTube. I don't know if he has a whole lot of vlogs yet, but definitely check him out. I'll put a link to his YouTube, to his Instagram down below. The number one mistake I made in buying equipment when I got my camera is I thought I needed one of these. Don't get one of these. This thing is a piece of crap. My M6, look. Like I said, this isn't one of those giant Peter McKinnon cameras. This thing is small. It's very lightweight. I mean, it fit in this box. Okay, it's a very small camera. This thing won't even hold it up anymore. After a couple of months, this thing just dies. It doesn't hold anything up. Don't waste your money. Get a tripod that's just a standard mini tripod that has legs, not these bendy things, and you'll be fine. I promise. I have never ever been in a situation where I'm like, oh yeah, I need to wrap this around a tree branch to get this shot. It'll be awesome. No, I've never had to use this like that. And now it just sits here because it won't even hold my camera up. I mean, I saw all the vloggers with these. Sean Duras, I know him personally. I'd see him out in public. I'd see him come to the store, and he's carrying one of these with his camera on top, you know. And I mean, if you want to dump $50 every 2 months to buy a new one, then go ahead. Sorry, Joby, just threw you under the bus. How do you like that? Alright, well, that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else to cover. I mean, I could talk forever, but we won't do that. I'm gonna try. I want this video to be at least like just 10 minutes. So I think we're gonna cut it right there. I'm already gonna have to edit a bunch of this out. So yeah, we'll see ya. I don't like it. A lot of people. I know I was not Vine famous. No. Messages. I'm trying to record a video here. Glasses are so dirty. Let's take an intermission. And it's where your whole hand. I don't know. Well, I don't watch TV at all, but that doesn't matter. Give me a minute here. Let me think about what I'm going to say. I wanted to drive home. Yeah.